Warning! This recording contains live commentary. Duh. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gaming Commentary with me. My name is Dan Guy.
I don't like pie. And just a reminder, everybody needs to be reminded, it's P.I.
And now that that's out of the way, we are continuing with our Let's Play of Minecraft to the tune of conversation on controllers and movement. So this should be weird. Let's go. Yay, hardware issues. Software, rather, issues. Okay. So, last time we talked a little bit about experience, which was interesting in this game because it was so dynamic. We're going to talk about controllers in this game because it's so simple. And rebinding them and everything. So, the best place to start is accepted truths in controlling with the user interface. Like A is the confirm button, B is the back button. Oh my gosh. Anyone who's played a game has probably heard that at some point. And with this game, it's no different. It uses WAS and D as the standard movement controls, which are great because they're perfectly spaced so that your pinky can hit caps lock, tab, shift, and control.
And then your thumb can hit space.
And your thumb can hit space, and there's keys above and below your fingers to reach, so...
And it also allows you to do that one-handed so you can use your mouse.
There's pretty much no place that you can't go except the right side of the keyboard, which you can use, or you can use the mouse to control.
Hey, I'm starting a mine over there, if that's okay with you.
That's fine. We have sugarcane, yay.
We planted that last time.
We planted it last time.
I did.
There's so much sugarcane. Get all the saplings. All the saplings. So, there's some accepted truths, and when you don't bind your controls to those, then you should either give them the option to rebind their controls, or you should morph the method of gameplay so that the controls seem fluid.
Can I have some torches?
Oh, I used a bajillion of those. Give me just a second.
If you have any.
I can give you more.
Seeing as that island has like a half 50 or something on it.
It needs to flow. The game needs to flow. And what I mean by that is you need to be able to look at the interface and at the controls and say, I can push this button naturally without having an issue. Come over here to this island. Without having an issue, and it feels like a natural action. So if it doesn't, then that breaks your player's immersion, and that means you haven't made a very good game. There we go. So, and for those of you who don't know what rebinding is, when I said the word rebinding, words, in a couple minutes ago, to rebind something, you essentially take the button that you normally push, so if left click was attack, for instance, and you say to yourself, well, I want R to be attack, because this game is played weird, and the controls are everywhere. You have the ability to do that, and there's certain games that won't let you do that. I've heard a lot about Fable Anniversary Edition, and they took the menu screen, and they made the controls for the menu screen insert, delete, home, and end. And so I ask you, when have you ever used those keys for anything?
In your life.
in games. I mean, those are useful in, like, word processing, but we're not word processing. We're playing a game.
We're
playing a game. And then you have to ask yourself, well, what controls do we allow to be rebound? And, again, Fable Anniversary, even though we're not playing it, is an excellent example. Because you couldn't rebind attack. You couldn't rebind defend. You couldn't rebind the menu button. You couldn't rebind the controls for the menu. So insert, delete, home, and end had to be used. And they changed the controls, not only from what was traditional, but what was the case in the original Fable. So, it was a bit of a nightmare, that game.
Oh, no.
Simply because those controls couldn't be rebound. With Minecraft, let's check. What controls can I rebind?
Anything.
Attack, destroy, drop, pick up, use, hotbar slots, all of them.
You can rebind anything.
Inventory, Well, you can't rebind certain controls. Like, you can't rebind the debug button.
Well, I've
Screenshot, full screen, perspective.
I've redone it so that my dash is now, instead of control, it's R.
Yeah, almost everything in this game can be rebound, and that's excellent because, especially if you're using one of those things where you plug it into your computer and it makes your computer think you're using a keyboard and mouse, but you're actually using a controller. So you can get, like, Minecraft Xbox, but it's the normal edition. But you're controlling it with the Xbox controller. And it makes it a lot easier to immerse yourself in the game. Because you can virtually pick any layout of arrangement and say, this is what I'm going to go with. You can use the arrow keys to move.
If you want.
Some games ask you to use T, F, G, and H. Which is absolutely ridiculous, but
It's kind of like WASD, but...
They ask that of you anyway.
It's kind of like WASD, only totally not WASD.
Well, like I said, WASD is perfectly placed so that you can perform functions that would allow you to debug your computer or quit the game or do any of those things.
Do any of them.
Do any of those things. While still retaining that feeling of, I understand what I'm doing. Because this game is big on shift and control if you're using the standard scheme.
Standard scheme.
But with a lot of other games, that's not the case. With a lot of other games, it's
Standard
different.
scheme.
And so, that is my uninformed opinion on controllers. I don't like Pi.
What?
What do you have to say on this topic?
I don't know. Well, on a lot of control, like, also if you use, arrow keys are also placed so that if you're, you just got wood.
Yes, I just got the achievement getting
So, on the keyboard also the arrow keys work because you can easily do the arrow keys. And, oh my gosh.
What happened to you?
Okay.
You're very clearly explaining what you're trying to get across here.
Yes, I am.
Breaking some trees.
So also the arrow keys are conveniently placed so that you can hit spacebar without much difficulty.
Well, right, but with, like, 3D games, you've got to use the mouse so much. And since it's societally accepted that the mouse wheel is scroll out, or zoom out, rather.
True.
I mean, for, like, 2D games, like... And then there's the stupid games...
I hear slimes.
Then there's the stupid games that have the one button that you push the whole game. It's like Space is Key. Have you ever played Space is Key?
Nope.
It's an awesome game, but it uses one button the whole game, and so that can break immersion as well, having games where one button does everything, because it's so counterintuitive to attack and defend and pick up items and talk to people all with the spacebar. Or the left mouse button. And I'm not dissing point and clicks, because they are intuitive in that you click things, and they perform actions, and clicking can pretty much be rebound to anything societally, unless you're playing a fighting game, in which case you need the...
Big cave. Much sad.
You need the left mouse button to be attack, and usually the right mouse button is defend. So that's intuitive. That works, especially with web games. But when you're playing something that you purchase, you need to take more time on the control scheme a lot of the time. Because you'll have... Like Smash is another great example. The way to Smash for Wii U. You can play it, kind of, but there's some controls that they change. And it's the 5th installment, and they still haven't figured out the control scheme. And with the new controller that they've added in this instance, is the Wii U gamepad, your smash attack, not your final smash, but your smash attack is the right joystick. And no one has ever reached their finger up to the right joystick to do anything except for toggle perspective. And that's practically all games with a right joystick. So the question is, why do that? And one possible answer is because you have to charge it. So you've got to be in exactly the right situation at exactly the right time. And Nintendo did actually say that, but you have to counter that with... Yes, but I'm never going to remember to do that if someone's about to come to me and I want to charge an attack. I'm going to use my standard special or my down special. I'm not going to use this weird right joystick shenanigans.
I'm not using that, gang.
And the sun is going down.
And I
am practically out of meatball bars.
I'm in a very bad situation.
Situation, he says.
Yes. I'm in a massive cave system.
Okay.
And I hear loads of zombies.
Outside the realm of controls and rebranding and all that stuff, I'm going to work on... where are my sticks? Dang it. I'm going to work on building the trenches for this complete water transport system I have in mind. Which...
Yeah, you do that. I'm getting out.
Eventually, we'll have a world download up and you can see it.
You can see things.
But right now you can't. So sorry.
I'm gonna get all the stone axe.
We've got to fix everything up and get it solidly in place. I think this is where we need to dig. Yes, it is. So, back to games.
Ooh, redstone.
Mining. Explain mining. Go.
Explain mining?
Explain mining. Control-wise.
Oh. Like, generally in games, yeah. Okay. Well, mining in most games don't mine. Show.
You don't even know how to start your sentences.
No,
what the heck are you doing?
But I'm being serious. I don't think in most games you mine.
Well, more games than you'd think, because all those real-time strategy stuff and everything, like StarCraft. You've offended StarCraft players everywhere.
Sorry, I know nothing.
You mine in StarCraft, you gotta mine the resources from the ground and the ores or whatever.
I have no idea. I've played one game where you mine, which is craft.
Which is lovely. So, this is the point I was trying to make that I don't like how I completely missed. With certain games, there's control schemes that don't seem natural, but that's because they've never really been implemented before. For example, space for jumping is pretty normal.
Yeah.
But when you're doing something like cooking food, again, I'm not dissing cooking food games, but really, when you're cooking food or whatever, there's no button that people think of to say, this is what you press to make sushi.
Press Z to make sushi.
Exactly. Press Z to make sushi. Achievement get, sushi. And as a result of that, I think more than anything, people think, oh, this control scheme isn't designed well, when it actually is. It's just that it's not intuitive to the player.
Why am I attacking with a spade?
And we come back to the... Why are you attacking with a spade?
I have no idea.
Okay. And then with this, we come all the way back full circle around to the topic of last episode's discussion, where we had casual versus hardcore. The casual players are gonna think, okay, this is a normal control scheme. Like before Mega Man, when did you shoot? I mean, I guess Mario shot things out of his face and hands or wherever he gets the fireballs from, but not many games did that. So they just used the normal attack button as the rebound Mega Man cannon button thingy. And they added controls in, which drove a lot of people off, especially in Mega Man X, which is an amazing game from what I've been told. Super Nintendo. No more Sega Genesis. Just Super Nintendo. And so because of that, you had a lot of people going, this isn't Mega Man, it doesn't have all the buttons, it's got more things now. And you had to introduce concepts. Like, at that point in time, there weren't books written on game design where it was like, you have to do this to make a good game, and these are the things that everyone's going to know, because no one knew anything. Everyone was clueless. And so people wrote those books that you got in the in the games. When you bought a game, you'd have those little instruction manuals, but they would be designed so that the person who was playing was assumed to understand some things, at least.
Well, it's okay to assume that the player knows something.
And
it's just if you're introducing new, like, buttons...
Well, in modern game design, whenever they introduce something, they make it so very obvious that we feel, the gaming community, and I'm speaking for the gaming community, we feel like it's not a challenge anymore because the gaming community, who's making games, assumes the non-gamer masses are all dumb. Like I'm going to use even Call of Duty here as an example. Follow the deaf people, find the cultists, follow this guy, escort this guy. No kidding. I'm in a game, I'm here to play things, that's what I'm playing, that's the objective here. So add controls in, but assume that people understand something. Tell them what the control is, fine, it's done. But don't spend 5 hours, any game developers who may be listening to this in the future, don't spend 5 hours on a tutorial that assumes the player is an idiot. There we go. Now all the game devs are going to hate me. All the game devs are going to hate me, but it's the truth. Gamers don't want to feel dumb. No one wants to feel dumb. I mean, if you want to feel dumb, I'm not trying to be rude. I'll respect your desire for dumbness, but the people who want to feel smart are going to be mad with you if you're dumb in that. Okay, I'm rambling now. How much time have we got? 16 minutes and 40 seconds in. Zombie!
Do you have any food?
Yes.
I'm gonna hit you with a spade until you give me food.
Give me a second, okay? I'm getting this zombies experience.
Ah, darn it, you got it. I need food.
Yeah, I know, I've got food for you. I'm gonna chuck it at you. With this amazing user interface that lets me chuck things really easily. Yeah. All I have to do is reach up from left shift, which no one ever uses. No one strafes left. They just turn the mouse around. That's good game design.
Zombies.
Just throwing the player in the game and having a good method of explanation, or giving the player a method of explanation that assumes they're intelligent. I've said my piece on this matter.
So in other words, you need to assume that they know some things, because not all...
I'm now running from the 3 skeletons who are attacking me across water. Don't assume your player... Okay, what have we learned? What have we learned from this?
We've learned that don't assume the player is stupid.
Don't assume the player's an idiot, because most of the time they're not, except for when they are, in which case they're an idiot. Don't mess with universally accepted control schemes. If you're going to mess with universally accepted control schemes, do it properly. There's a right way and a wrong way. And don't allow 4 skeletons to spawn in the same place.
I'm swarmed by zombies, so I'm going to attack them eventually, but let me get rid of these zombies.
I might die. Much concentration. Much concentration for my maybe death.
I'm not dead.
Okay.
But that was... Oh, shoot.
I think we probably need to close this off. We've rambled for long enough. So, in case you didn't hear us at the beginning, my name is Dan Guy.
I don't like pie.
And this has been Minecraft Part 2 to the tune of controls and control schemes, and don't assume the players are dumb.
And Daniel, we've got to handle these skeletons.
Yes, we do. But I'm about to die, so please give me a second. If you enjoyed the analytical thought, then please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more thinking from us and others when we finally get all the shows online. You can check out our website for updates, link in the description, and you can also check out the Google Plus page associated with this account, where you will be notified when new videos are coming out if you can't be bothered to check your subscription box. So, does that about do us in for the video? I think it does. Ha! You have been dead.
There, we handled that.
I think that about does us in for the video. So we have learned, don't be a dumb with the players, and players won't be dumbs with you.
And they won't hate, they won't rage, you know that.
And we can all have a happy player-enemy relationship and things, which we should probably talk about in another episode, but not right now. So now we have to decide who wins.
I don't know, skeletons.
The 5 of them that were attacking me and nearly killed me.
Yeah.
That will work. Alright.
Wait for me to make an iron pick. I just
Done.
wanted a whole ton of iron.
Done! There shall be silence. Okay.
Yeah,
Iron pick has been made.
Okay. Woohoo!
So, bye guys. We'll see you next time.
And peace.
And
Peace
peace.
out, folks.
No folking.
Folks.
No folking.
Folks, you're folks.
No
Deal
folking.
Deal with it, folks.
The 5 skeletons who attacked me and nearly killed me in iron picks win.